Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope you can hear me. It is February 2nd, 8:11 a.m. If you can hear me, if you want to put something in the chat, it just says that you can hear me. I'm assuming everyone can, though. So I'm just gonna jump into it. I'm sorry I haven't been able to do this the last couple days. My internet has been weird. They apparently upgraded my internet speed, or our internet speed, and the modem that we have couldn't handle it, so it kept cutting out. The internet would be on for 5-10 minutes, and then it would uh, knock out and have to reset, and it was super annoying. So they came yesterday, gave us a new modem, and we are back online consistently. So if you're in the Midwest, I am in Missouri, and it is snowing like crazy out here. My kids' schools are closed again. This seems like a common theme. Last time it was COVID. This time it is snow. So we've got about 6 inches of snow out there. We're supposed to get maybe another 6 inches today or something. I don't know. But it's snowing. It is a blizzard out there. So I'm trying to stay inside, stay warm, stay dry, and let's do some trading this morning. All right, so we got the Nasdaq up. What's going on today? Last night we had Google earnings come out. I think I told you that I bought Google last week, or maybe on Monday. I can't remember when I bought it. Earnings came out after hours last night, and the stock shot up, so that was good. I did end up selling it up at highs last night and after market, after the earnings came out. So buy the rumor, sell the news type thing. But it may still keep going up. I don't know, but I think it shot up so far. It may need to come down before it goes back up. So I'll keep watching it. Maybe I'll buy back in, but I'm not buying at highs. Anyways, we got the Nasdaq up here. So what point of that was that markets appear to be going up. Very nice bullish trend. All indices are up at the moment. I wish I could show you my other. Well, I could just drag some of these over, I guess. You can look at the. This is the ES right here. You can see how we gapped. That's coming through. You can see this is yesterday's candle here. You can see how we gapped over the 20 SMA. We gapped up, opened above the 20 SMA. It's super bullish. Did the same thing on the Nasdaq. That was I just showed you the S&P E-mini, the ES. Over here on the Nasdaq, we did the same thing on the daily. Let's blow this thing up. Take a look at what's going on. See if I can. And see if my wants to work. The internet fixed. Now I need to get a new computer. Come on. Problem with getting a new computer is you got to set everything back up. Anyways, maybe. Oh, there's my pen. All right, so here we go. We gapped way up on the open, jumped the 200 SMA, jumped the 20 SMA. So it looks really bullish right now. We've also come back into this kind of down channel that we had going on. I'm going to leave this up here for now, even though it may be getting outdated. I'm going to see how it reacts if we get up to this point, if it reacts to this trend line or not. But you know, at some point, these trend lines become outdated and irrelevant. So you just gotta keep replacing them, updating them. One thing that I see that's going on right now is we've got this down trend line we can try to draw out. We obviously cleared through it. We've jumped on top of it. This area down here, you know, if this were to try to, you know, make the impulse up and then come down and then come back up, you know, that would be the two-legged move right there. ABCD pattern, which markets tend to like to do, and we can see it here. That's the way the market likes to move. It rarely wants to just go straight up like that. So one of the reasons I closed out of Google and last night was because I'm anticipating some sort of pullback and then trying to buy it again as it breaks that counter trend line. So what it should do is come up, come down, find some support. You draw that trend line right here like that, and then as that breaks, you buy it again for the push back up higher. So I'm kind of waiting for that to set up. It may take a couple days. I don't know. So anyways, we got this going on. I would see one big area of support being the 20 SMA, 200 SMA, this area, which is surprisingly around 15,000. So I would say 15,000 is going to be a big area of support. just a round number. You've got 200 SMA, 20 SMA right there. It could also, maybe try to fill this gap. I don't know if that's actually really a gap. It may want to come down to this area. It may want to come all the way down here to the back end of this trend line plus the bottom channel here. So that's another area, but that's quite a ways away. I don't think it would get there today. I will leave those trend lines up. We can quickly look at a 4-hour. The 4-hour, we've got room, looks like up to 15,450 there. On the 4-hour, this thing could come down, find some support down here at 15,000, and then your next target would be 15,450. It's like 500 points away, which is pretty nice. If you could, take one contract and hold it that way, that'd be awesome. Hey, Trading Zones, thanks for jumping in. Let's see here. So I guess my mic is working. All right. So there's the 4-hour. So the 4-hour is giving us a little target up there. I could draw a line up at that. I don't know if it's gonna move 500 points today. I doubt it. You never know. That's actually that's like 450. That's like 300 points away. So that's not too crazy. 300 points from where it is right now. That's not too. That would be probably your target if we broke these highs. Draw another line right here. I don't know if this is coming through. I think if we broke these highs right here, 15,250, your next target would be 15,450 according to the 4-hour chart. Let's look at the hourly to see if we can see what's going on this. So typically I start with my higher time frames, a daily, 4-hour, and I'll come down to the hourly, and then I'll go more detailed on the 5-minute, 1-minute, and 500 volume. So I usually use daily, 4-hour, hour to give me like the bird's eye view of what's going on and find key levels. And then I'm looking at the 5-minute, 1-minute, 500 to find trade setups around those key levels and in the general direction of the trend. So what we see we've got going on right here, this is a 60-minute. Volume profile. This should be a weekly volume profile. I'm going to pop this up. This doesn't look like it's weekly. Oh, it's only Tuesday, isn't it? Oh, I thought it was Wednesday. Oh, it is Wednesday. This isn't right. Hold on, I got to pull this up. No, I don't know. Let's look at this volume profile. We've got an LVN right here. It's coming down to the bottom of the profile. We've also got the 20 SMA and this big area of support down here. I would think that this is going to be a big area of support. I'm going to mark that out with a level here. 15,129. We can also see all that. I wouldn't be surprised if price, came down, in through this, and then tried to come back up. We can also see on the 1-hour, if I can pull this down, we can see the bands opened up all the way to 15,330. I'm going to mark out that level. There's lots of levels I'm marking out, I know. So I'm going to move this up there. So here's a pocket, I think, which you could probably take right there. This price comes down, you get the counter trend line thing going on, and then you wait for price to come up to this level. So that's one possibility. Now let's move down a little more detailed. Let's look at a 5-minute. I drew this out just in pre-market. We got about 10 minutes to the market open. We had the big impulse up in after hours on, I think, Google earnings and stuff. And then we've got this impulse down. And some of that is because ADP numbers came out. ADP employment numbers came out at 7:15 a.m. Central Time. So that was about an hour ago. And those are bad numbers. Usually ADP is going to be a precursor for NFP, which is going to come out on Friday. NFP, if you don't know, is by far the largest economic data release. It comes out the first Friday of every month, and it's a real market mover. So ADP numbers will be a preview typically for what NFP might be. So this initial reaction right here is on, I think, the bad ADP number that came out. And it's also, I think, just the market popped so much from yesterday then I think, some of this, it needs to come down a little bit. It's just overextended. So we've got this counter trend line a little bit here drawn out. I think there's, probably a pop up in here for us as well. If price wants to clear VWAP and it wants to clear the 20 SMA, I think you get a pop back up into this high level. So that's something to look out for as well. I think there seems to be lots of opportunities this morning. Let's look at our 500 volume real quick. Oh, sorry, that's the 500 tick. So this is an overnight volume profile on the 500 tick. You can see that we're down here at the bottom of the value area on the overnight volume profile. So this has been calculating since 5 p.m. last night. I don't use it too much, but I like to take a peek at it, particularly in pre-market, just to kind of see where price is. And so I was looking at it this morning. And we're obviously down here. There's this little LVN right here. I don't know if you can see that. And price is kind of starting to move up, but yeah, I don't think it would really be bullish until you clear this 20 SMA, the 15,200 level on the 5-minute chart. So I think we would need to break this trend line, break the 20 SMA, and then you probably might see a move back up into that. If I'm looking at this here, it looks like there is some support. The bottom of the band down here would also be some support. If price came up, we hit this trend line, the 20 SMA, and the price pinned through. If we pin through this and it looked bearish, and I would expect price to then move down here for its next support level. But if we close above this would be a quick pop, I think, for a scalp, probably in the first 10 minutes or so. So let's look at the 500 volume. One thing I just want to look on here and point out is Delta. Delta is positive 900. It came all the way up to positive 2200 not too long ago. This was right here, it looks like, when the ADP number came out in this area at 715. So somewhere around here, and the price has been falling since ADP came out. So some of that is just a reaction to ADP. I would, think that this might be the ADP number actually might be a good opportunity to send price lower to get a better buying opportunity. We can see now the 20 SMA is coming down into this trend line. So this is a big area of confluence. I'd be looking to buy at 15,210 up at this level for it to pop up into here. So that's what I would be looking at initially for my first trade. And then looking to see how it reacts up here. And if we can clear this level, pre-market highs, I would be looking to take it up again, up to this band, up at 15,330. So that's, 60 points up in here. And then right here would just be a scalp, maybe a 15, 20 point scalp. I mean, if you took all the way up here to 50, this would be, a nice 25 point scalp. So you have 25 points here, and then probably another, I don't know, 30, 40 points in here that you could grab. So those would be my two trades I'd be looking at this morning. And yeah, see if maybe they set up. The market's going to open in about 5 minutes. Right. Yeah. So I don't know. I'll probably be looking to take those. I don't think I'm going to trade live today. Hey, morning, guys. I'm just looking at the chat right now. Can you tell me about your Delta indicator? Thanks. Sure. This Delta indicator is a indicator that comes with the order flow suite, which is included in the lifetime license of NinjaTrader 8. So you got to buy the lifetime license. I think it's like $1,200 or something. With the lifetime license, you get the order flow suite, which comes with the volume profile, cumulative delta, and then a couple other order flow level 2 data type indicators. There is a free version of this indicator, which I have a video on where you can download it from a third party, and it's very similar to the one that's included with NinjaTrader. So I would definitely recommend checking out that video, downloading that. Delta is essentially a cumulative number where when buyers come in on the ask price, meaning that buyers are willing to step up to sellers' prices. It means aggressive buying. And when sellers are willing to pay buyer prices, meaning that sellers are coming in on the bid, it means it's aggressive selling. And so this is just a cumulative number of that. This means that as the more positive this gets, it means the more aggressive buying, and the more negative it gets, it means more aggressive selling. And this is data. This is actual orders that are coming through on the order book in the level 2 data. So if you're familiar with level 2, if you've traded equities or anything, and you're familiar with time and sales data, this is essentially time and sales on a chart. So it is not a math, it's not like MACD or a stochastic or anything like that. It's actual trades that are going through. So it's orders. These are actual orders that are being filled. So it's a nice indicator to use to look at strength of markets. Sure, no problem, Dave. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys all have a great trading day. I will record any trades that I take. Again, I'm eyeing this one up here, the break of the 20 SMA, breaking this level. I'm not telling you to take it. It could be a pretty risky trade because the break of this red line, because price could come up here, spike, and then whip down again real quick, particularly on the open. So you want to be careful with it. If you're unsure of what trades to take, my best advice would be sit on your hands and just watch the market, watch what it does, and use that trader instinct to really be able to recognize that good setup that works for you. Do not take my advice. If this doesn't make sense to you, do not take the trade. But you always want to use your trader spidey sense whenever you're trading. So market's going to open in a couple minutes. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll do this thing again tomorrow now that my internet's working. I do enjoy the pre-market stuff and getting everybody in on the chat. And check back later, see how we did today. All right, guys. Best of luck today. I'll see you.